folks. I'm Tim Delaney. I'm here with Coach Cody Finley, and this is the Bearcat Broadcasting Network's Coaches Show. We're going to talk a little bit about football last week and then what's coming up this week. And Coach, I know, Tony couldn't be here today, and I'm sorry he couldn't, but two old coaches talking. I know that homecoming week is the biggest distraction of the year. There's
you're right about that.
Every sport takes absolute focus, and a day here, a day there, but the whole week.
Right.
And then what happened yesterday. But we'll talk about last week up there at Forest County. It was a pretty solid game, and you guys, you played pretty good on defense.
We did. We played well defensively. They kept us in the game for most of the night. We've got to get to where we can score and not put our defense in bad situations because, to win is you got to have both sides of the ball playing well. So, we put them in really bad situations the first quarter. We fumbled the ball inside probably 30, and they were able to make a stand. They tried a three-point conversion and did not make it. So, I thought our defense played well.
And they stepped up when they had to.
Right.
And that's a big plus.
And we kept plugging along, and but we're just offensively we're really struggling to move the football.
Well, as I talked to you before, it's a rhythm thing.
It is a rhythm.
You've got to get into a rhythm, and just like we're talking about distractions in practice, you got to have a rhythm.
Well, and you and I have talked about this. You can sit around during the off season and think about what you can do and what you can't do and things like that. But until you get on the field, and my point is in Mississippi they don't let you scrimmage.
No, yeah, right. So you don't know what you are live.
We look good running that offense and doing the things that we do in practice, but until you play people and. I'm used to being able to scrimmage and have a couple of scrimmages during the preseason where you can at least get a look at your players and see what they can do so you can put them in advantageous positions.
Right.
And to be honest, I feel like we're kind of in still preseason. I'm still trying to figure out what some of my guys can do offensively.
When you see an opposite colored jersey across from you, it's a whole different thing than the same guy you beat on every day.
Yeah.
But the punt game looked good. You got that fixed. I was happy to see the snap and the kick on, and kick was pretty solid. And, that's a huge plus and a step in the right direction for a program, not for W's and L's, but for the long-term program where the kids understand we're playing to the very end.
Yeah, we emphasize that. If we can just get everything going, it seems like it's always something.
Gotta have a break fall your way here and there.
It's been the games, and it's been, I'm frustrated. I know the kids are frustrated a little bit, but we haven't had a regular week since school started. There's always something going on, and it's distractions. No matter what the situation is, it just seems like it's been chaotic. Then this week comes around, and we've got homecoming, so it's even more chaotic right now. So, maybe we can withstand the distractions.
That all toughens you up, but there's no question. Like I said earlier, every sport requires complete focus, and anything that distracts, even during practice, is an issue. Before we jump on the bay, we'll talk about yesterday, which was really a positive distraction. I was happy to see that.
Right.
The Saints came by and they had seen us and come by last year, and they liked what they saw. Small town Mississippi, Friday night football, stands are full, just like you see in a storybook.
Yeah, and we're very appreciative of that. Having the young man from the Saints come down and tell his story.
That was good.
The kids really, I think they enjoyed that. Maybe they took some of that in because, he was not recruited out of high school. He was a walk-on. Nobody ever said, hey, come play for us, you're great. And he just kept keeping on, and eventually, he's on a 53-man roster for the Saints now. So, that's a big deal.
Guys, he was a great kid, and that's and those kind of people the NFL likes.
Right,
they represent the league well. And I saw your kids light up when he started talking about that, when they're thinking, well, maybe that's me.
Right.
And that they got a shot. But they did, they brought a lot of equipment, and that always helps because anytime you can get more reps, with less, having to pick stuff up and set it up, that's good.
Would you like to tell everybody how all that, I mean, just a little bit about that, how
Yeah,
it
sure.
came in?
Yeah,
Because really didn't know. It was kind of a surprise to me what all was going on with that.
last year, the Saints are trying to spread their PR around and
Right.
get to the small schools, and they're trying to include, football, flag football, league ball, high school, etc. And they chose Mississippi as one of the towns to come do their game of the week.
Right.
And they weren't worried about wins and losses. They were just worried about the whole scenario.
Right.
What it looks like Friday night football.
So we got picked for game of the week.
Yeah,
Right.
and he was,
Okay.
and Austin came, a great guy, great representative of the Saints. And we got him up in the press box, and he liked talking, et cetera, and he was actually enamored with Kenny's stuff, because what he's done, how to set it up. And so when they got an offer to pick a school that, to donate, and by the way, folks, $15,000 worth of equipment.
Right.
To, and they put it pretty much in Austin's hands, and he said, hey, we're going to Long Beach.
Cool.
So he came back down, and we invited him back down for a game, and Fayard Trucking brought the stuff in, because they do all the stuff for the Saints, and they're local, and they were
Right.
happy to help him donate. So, it worked out good, because that just saved you money in the budget.
Right. Yes, so we got $15,000 worth of equipment, bags, sleds, all kind of different.
Modern
kind of
equipment,
modern.
not the old
Right,
stuff.
right. So the kids were excited about it, and we were honored to be
Yeah, we're happy to-
selected to do that, or to have that done.
It's a good picture for the city of Long Beach, because
Right.
they believe in, not just the football program, but the whole city and how the city stands behind it. All right, Coach, let's move on to this
Okay.
week, minus the distractions. Bay High
Right.
has always been a decent rivalry with us, and I really don't know what they got, new coach.
Yeah, they're like everybody else. They're going to be spread, shotgun.
We said people go back to old football.
Yeah, they're going to run the quarterback a lot, but they're physical up front. They got big offensive linemen. They had a tough break last week. I think they probably think that they should have got that win last week.
Yeah.
May should have, but anyway, so they're looking for their first win of the season, just like we are. So
Two hungry teams.
yes, yep. So hopefully we can,
What about,
still play good defensively, and put some points on the board.
What do they do defensively, Coach? They got any standouts on that side of the ball?
Yeah, they've got some guys that fly around with the football. They're,
They got 4 down, 3 down, 5 3.
Three,
Yeah,
yeah.
everybody's at 3-5 now.
So, that's kind of what they're doing, because everybody's going to the spread. People want to be able to match up
Sure.
with that. So, anyway, it'll be a good contest. I just, if we show up to play, don't make mistakes. And, other night, we didn't make a lot of just obvious mistakes. If you're looking at the game, we put the ball on the ground one
Yeah.
time, threw an interception when it was late. It's the little things like that people wouldn't normally see, like blocking back, and letting
Yeah.
a linebacker run through.
Yeah,
Most
sure.
people don't.
Yeah,
see
you'd
that
have to look
part
at the
of
film
it.
slow and grade it
Yeah,
to
but,
catch it.
it's just the little things, and it's, a lot of it's with our offensive line, and I'm not singling them out or anything, but it's just, when you have an offensive line, you've got to get 5 guys on the same page.
Sure. Or you
And
get,
it always seemed like everybody but one, one play, everybody's doing good, and one person messes it up. Well, that one person, that screws the play up. So it's, when you have to, if you're running back, the only thing you got to do is get the ball and run.
Yeah.
When you're an offensive line, you're working together as a unit,
right.
and that's always the hardest position, hardest group of people to get on the
No
same
question.
page.
Hardest to coach.
Yes,
By
it
far.
is. It is.
And we get back to get on the board, we'll talk about that one day, because I
Right.
know you know
Okay.
a lot about offensive line play, and other people, they ignore that.
Right,
They-
sure.
They fully ignore that. When you get, as you were bringing up, one guy makes a mistake, you get immediate penetration.
Right.
Of course, everybody in the stands just sees that and blames the whole offensive line.
Sure.
And don't realize that
Right.
one guy just stepped the wrong way.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's, that's why, of course, you want to keep it as simple as you can until they figure it out.
Absolutely.
These pro guys, you can check blocking schemes at the line and don't know what to do, but yeah, there's no question about that. All right, Coach, we hope you able to hang on there through the rest of the week. And then, folks, let me remind you, part of the distraction, but hey, we love it. Folks in Long Beach, we love it. Got the parade at 6. Got the pep rally down at the Green right after that. Make sure you show up and go. The whole town's going to be there. It's going to be a good, fun time for the town of Long Beach.
Right.
And then, Coach and his boys.
We love a good parade.
Oh, yeah, sure. Everybody loves a parade. Then Coach will get back at it tomorrow, and Friday we'll see you out there for that W.
Yes, sir. We're going to try to get it for us.
All right, Coach. Appreciate you.
All right, thank you.
Call the Glass Doctor, we'll fix your pain.
Glass Doctor is a proud supporter of Long Beach schools. Call Glass Doctor for all your home, auto, and business glass needs.
Call the Glass Doctor, we'll fix your pains. Oh yeah!
Do you know that as a Long Beach High School student, you are eligible for a membership at Keesler Federal Credit Union? Keesler Federal is more than a bank. It's a credit union and a not-for-profit financial cooperative. This means you share in the ownership. We work to help you prosper, not investors. Keesler Federal offers a wide variety of financial products and services, great rates and extra benefits, such as free checking and savings account, free online and mobile banking, and an annual savings contest. So come in with a parent and talk to one of our friendly team members about what Keesler Federal can do for you. When you join, you are a member for life, and we will be there for every step of your financial journey. Going the extra mile for our members since 1947, Keesler Federal Credit Union, where you are more than a customer, you are family.
Welcome back, everyone. This is the Bearcat Football Coaches Show featuring Cody Finley. I'm Tony McGill. This is Tim Delaney. Bill Hertzog's not with us right now. Had a little knee surgery, but he's part of this broadcast network.
Right.
So we have a new segment starting this week, and
Something fun.
it is fun. It's it's something that we did. It's not the coaches or anything like that. We got a sponsor. We want to do a Bearcat Player of the Week.
Right. Now look, as we're old football guys, when we talk about player of the week, sure, everybody can look at stats, all that kind of stuff, but we're looking for more than that. We're looking for people that make a difference on the team, that game, or overall. So, often it may not be the guy that has the best numbers, but it's the guy that we feel like contributed the most to, how the team played and how the game came out.
And both of these weeks were easy. The Pascas Chan game, real easy. Dylon Foxworth had 14 tackles. Dylon, come up. Player of the week, Pascas Chan game.
Congratulations, Don. And again, what we're talking about is not that you had 14 tackles. It's that even we're behind, fourth quarter, ball snap, you are full speed every snap. Not looking at anything, not looking at the boundary, nothing like that. You're just going to make plays. You ain't looking at the scoreboard. Understand that. Real coaches understand that and appreciate that. Congratulations.
Dylon Foxworth. Thank you, Dylon. Fun. If you want to see good football, come watch that young man play.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of fun.
He's a downhill player, I'll tell you
Some
what.
of these Foxworths, I think a couple of them lived at the house a couple times there.
He carries that good bloodline.
That's right. Okay, and our next football player will be the Forest County game. A close game. We battled back in the second quarter,
Right.
second half of me, and looked like a good football team. It looks like we're turning the corner, but our next one, 85-yard touchdown, kind of stood out to everyone.
Oh, yeah.
S.J. Valentine.
Congratulations, SJ. And again, that was the prettiest play that we've seen in a long time because you went up and took the ball away and then made the distance. And that's the kind of stuff people look for, but that's not what I saw. What I saw was this. We're down in the fourth quarter, and again, you're full speed and you're providing leadership, and that is important because other people are talking about that. There was no grumbling in the huddle. There was nothing of that going on. You were pushing those kids to constantly do better, and that's the stuff we're looking for. Team leadership. And the plays will come because you're a good player. The plays going to come, but you keep pushing those kids. You keep being a team leader because that's what's helping us. Yeah. Congratulations.
S.J. Valentine, great job. Look, y'all, we want to do this each week. We're going to have a good time doing it. Again, this is the Bearcat Broadcast Network. Our little group will pick this. This is something that we do. And first of all, before we leave, I want to thank Dr. Locke and Leanne Biggs at the administration office. Of course, our producer, Kenny Triplett, had a big part in having this done. Your young man does not get player of the week, don't you start calling the coaches. Call Tim.
That's fine.
So this is the Bearcat Broadcast Network. I'm Tony McGill with Tim Delaney. Thank you, sir.
I'm Sully Blackwood with LBTV, and we are here with today,
Isaiah Stallbird.
and yes, the Isaiah Stallbird from the Saints. And Isaiah, what are we here doing today?
Yeah, today we got a partnership with John Fayard, and we got a $15,000 worth of equipment that we usually do each year. Partnership to just giving equipment to schools that need it, and coming to talk to the team, hopefully get some inspiration. But yeah, this is what it's all about: being able to help the surrounding cities of New Orleans, and yeah, love doing stuff like this. So I'm just grateful to be here. Blessed that y'all were the school pick for this opportunity. So hopefully it can help y'all out in advancing the football program and just the school overall.
Do you mind if I ask, how did we get picked?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. But you know, it's cool. I never been here before, but you know, meeting all the boys and talking to your guys' coach and everyone else, it's awesome, man. It makes me miss being in high school, because I remember those Friday night lights, and it's nothing like it, man. Like, these guys, coach, they always gonna remember all these opportunities. And I mean, even for y'all, like covering all these sports and everything, like y'all gonna look back at this when you're old like me, like, damn, that part of my life was fun. And like, that's where you meet all your friends and stuff. So, you know.
So, talking about the season coming up, how do you guys feel you guys are going to do against the 49ers in the 14th?
I feel like we're going to be good. I feel like for us on defense, it's going to be a good physical matchup. You know, they're going to do things, you know, trying to have some eye control, motions and stuff like that. So as long as we stay on top of that, I feel like, you know, with what we did in camp in the first game, it's only going to get better. Like, you know, we're still scraping the surface and fine-tuning certain stuff on defense, and, you know, the offense, it'll be the same thing. Like, you know, you already see how they performed week one. Like, they're only going to continue to grow, and, you know, that's just a testament to Coach Moore and everybody he's brought in, Staley on defense. Yeah, man, so I'm excited. So it's going to be fun, man. I love playing in the Superdome, having support from everyone around it. So y'all really bring the energy to the game and give us life when we out there too. So just know we always playing for y'all too.
Yeah. Well, you'll definitely be hearing from us and rooting from the crowds. But I think that's it with this interview.
Welcome, everyone. This is Tony McGill with the Bearcat Broadcast Network. I'm here with Tim Delaney, my broadcast partner, former coach at Tulane and Nicholls State. And we're here with Austin Pasco. He's with the New Orleans Saints. And we're going to I'm just going to let you say why we're here today.
Appreciate you coming.
Oh, no, look, we definitely appreciate you guys hosting us here at Long Beach High. I got to join you guys last year for Game of the Week. It was I was blown away by the whole production.
We're gonna get you.
That was our homecoming then.
I know, it was unbelievable. So look, we have a phenomenal relationship with John Fayard. They're one of our moving companies. They help move us from city to city with all of our equipment that we need for our games. But look, there's a very special reason why we're here today, right? So we are actually about to donate $15,000 worth of practice equipment to the Bearcats. We are super excited about this. I mean, look, man, it takes a whole village, right, to like give back to the community, and what better partner than that than John Fayard?
John Fayard, moving company for the New Orleans Saints.
Right here in Mississippi.
Right here, right, yeah. Been to the office before, and it's a fantastic company, and they are always giving back to them. Mr. Fayard, step up here just a minute. Step up here just a second.
We're going to pull in John. John's with them.
Yeah,
John Fayard and everything like that. Yes, sir. So
John Fayard with New Orleans Saints moving.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate everything that you've done and what you're doing right now. What a great program.
Absolutely. We couldn't be more excited to be here doing what we're doing today. So we're beyond excited.
Well, that's good. Tim, you got something to say?
Well, I was just going to mention that equipment. He understands. These guys understand, and you know, you helping us out is bigger than big. Anything you can do to make your kids better without the actual contact and simulates the stuff. And I know y'all stuff isn't something you buy down at the academy. It's going to be big time legit stuff. No offense to the academy, but
I'll say this: that new equipment man, there's stuff that we were putting together, myself and our associate. There is things that I never thought that would be accessible now to kids.
It's amazing what they invent.
Oh my gosh!
To
And
simulate the real thing without having to get involved.
I mean,
wear and tear.
We were getting our hands dirty yesterday, putting all the equipment together. But look, we're super excited about this and what this can mean for the Bearcats. Trying to help them, bring that winning culture, especially a brand new coach coming here. Like, it's only up on the rise from here.
Well, this is the Cody Findlay era, and he's kind of stepped right in, our head football coach, and he's been fantastic. And I know he's going to want all the help he can get. Again, you were here last year for homecoming, and we're here for homecoming this week. Our parade is Wednesday night at 6 o'clock. We travel well. We practice. You were 5 deep along the fence at the Pasquis-Chan game 2 weeks ago, and drove all the way up to Hattiesburg at the Forest County game, and probably 90% full there too, and that long of a trip. So Bearcats is, we've got, I was telling Coach Findlay, I think we have the best football program. Our record don't show it, but we have the best football program here on the Gulf Coast, and we're proud of it. And with what the Saints and John Fayard moving and storage is doing for us, it's just amazing, and we appreciate it. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate this happening, and I'm looking forward to seeing all the goodies. So,
Yes, sir.
This is the Bearcat Broadcast Network. Tony McGill, Tim Delaney. We'll see you later.